Hello everyone. So we'll be discussing about the different trigonometric functions and some of their relations between them. So let's start. So trigonometric functions are defined on the sides of a right angle triangle. So if we take a right angle triangle, for example ABC as shown in this, so we'll have three sides. So the side which is opposite to the 90 degree, the perpendicular, will be called hypotenuse, right? So the one angle would be 90 degree, so other two angles, sum of these two angles, let's say if this is y, so x plus y will be always equal to 90 degree, because the sum of the internal angles of a triangle would be 180 degree, right? So we have, if I consider this x angle, so the side opposite to this x angle is called, as the name suggests, opposite side, and this would be adjacent side, since this will be one of the adjacent side for this x angle, right? So depending upon the ratios of these three sides, we define the trigonometric functions. So the first function is sine, usually written the first three letters, sine of x. Sine of angle x would be equal to the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse, right? So the next function is cosine function, right? So usually written the first three letters, cos, usually pronounced as cos of x, would be equal to the ratio of adjacent side by the hypotenuse. So the next will be tangent. The tangent function, that is usually called tan. Tan of angle x would be equal to the ratio of opposite side by adjacent side. So the next three functions are defined with respect to this, the first three functions. That is, if we consider cosecant function, so that would be equal to cosecant of x is equal to 1 by sine. So that is nothing but the reciprocal of sine. So that is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side. Similarly, if we consider secant function, usually called SEC, of x is equal to 1 divided by cos x, that is the reciprocal of cos, that is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent side. The last one is cotangent, so that is nothing but usually called cot of x is equal to the reciprocal of tan, and that is nothing but adjacent side by opposite side, right? So now we'll have to discuss the complementary function. So since we know that in the right angle triangle, the angle x and y, the sum of this x and y would be equal to 90 degrees. So we can say that these two angles are complementary. Now similarly, uh, if we want to find the complement of x angle, that is 90 minus x of sine, so this will be equal to cos of x, right? So since we can see that sine and cosine, so there is a co in front of sine, that is cos. Similar to that, we'll have, if we want to find the complement of tan, that is 90 minus x of tan, that would be equal to cot, that is cotangent of x. Similarly, if we have secant of 90 minus x, we'll have cosecant of x, and vice versa, that is cos of 90 minus x is equal to sin x, and cot of 90 minus x is equal to tan x, and cosecant 90 minus x is equal to secant x. So for example, uh, let's say sine of 30 degree. So we know that sine 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2. So the complement of this would be cos of 90 minus 30 degree. So that is nothing but cos 60. We know that cos 60 degree is also equal to 1 by 2. So this is it. So if we take a coordinate system where this is the origin, and let's consider this the horizontal line as 0 degree, right? So this vertical line would be what, 90 degree, and this negative x would be equal to 180 degree, and this would be equal to 270 degree, and again the horizontal line would be equal to 360 degree. So always the angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction, right? So if we are moving in the anti-clockwise direction, the angle measured would be positive, and if we are moving in clockwise direction, the angle measured would be equal to, angle measured would be negative, the sign convection, right? So this would be our first quadrant, this 92nd half second quadrant, this would be the third quadrant, and this would be the fourth quadrant. So we have the 6 trigonometric functions. They all vary their signs in these 4 quadrants, right? So to remember the sign changes in all the 4 quadrants, we have a simple rule that is called as ASTC rule. So this is nothing but the first letter is A. It means all angles are positive in first quadrant. So the second one is S. So in second quadrant, only S stands for sine and cosecant. Only these two are positive. So in the third one we have T, that is nothing but tan. So in third quadrant we have only tan and its reciprocal, that is cot. Only these two are positive. So the fourth quadrant is, we have the fourth letter as C, that is in fourth quadrant we have cos as well as the reciprocal of cos is secant. Only these two are positive, right? So we have all angles are positive here. Only sine and its reciprocal is positive in second quadrant. Tan and cot are positive in third quadrant, and cos and secant are positive in the fourth quadrant. So we know that if we are measuring an angle in the clockwise direction, let's say if I am measuring angle x in clockwise direction, so that is nothing but we'll have minus x. So if I want to find this minus x, let's say a trigonometric function of this minus x, if I want to find sine of minus x, right? So what does this signify? This minus signifies that this angle is in the fourth quadrant, right? So in fourth quadrant sine is negative, we'll have minus sine x. Similarly, for tan of minus x is nothing but minus tan of x. Also cosecant of minus x is equal to minus cosecant x, and cot of minus x is equal to minus cot x. And coming back to cos, we have cos of minus x. So minus x represents that this x is in the fourth quadrant, and we also know that cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. We'll have cos of minus x is equal to cos x. Similarly, secant of minus x is equal to secant x. So we have 3 trigonometric identities which we use very much. So that is sine square of x plus cos square of x is equal to 1. Also 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x, and 1 plus cot square x is equal to cosecant square x.